When I think back about my most memorable Christmas Eve, like involving video games, I think back to Christmas Eve 2008. Alright, so there's this game called Arcana Hearts, right? And Arcana Hearts is a fighting game that is, it's way more popular in Japan than it is over here. Like, we only got the first game, and I think there's 3, and the second and the third one was only released over in Japan. But, it came out here sometime in 2008, and I remember I bought it a few days before Christmas Eve. And I didn't play it yet, but I felt like Christmas Eve, I had a couple of hours, and I was like, okay, well, why don't we just play it and go through it, right? And as the levels progressed, it of course got harder. And I remember spending quite a bit of time on the one girl before the final boss. I cannot remember her name, but she's like this little maid girl that has this oversized sword that looks way too heavy for her, but it took me a while to beat her. And that's when I realized this is getting like, you know, the difficulty just kind of jumped from like super easy, well not super easy, but kind of easy to like hard, just like within one battle. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what's the final boss gonna be like? And so I finally beat her and went on to the final boss, MIldred Avalon. Okay, so I also want to say that this was like in the afternoon of Christmas Eve. And now every Christmas Eve, we go over to my grandmother's and we have Christmas Eve dinner, right? And so about this time, my sister calls me and says, hey Kyle, we're about to head over to Grandma's house. It's like, meet us there in 10 minutes or whatever. And of course, I'm like, okay, it shouldn't take me too long to beat MIldred Avalon and get over to my grandma's house. Because after all, at that time, I lived about 2 blocks away from my grandma's, so I could get over there in under 2 minutes. This isn't the type of boss battle that you just kind of go into, you beat the boss, and then the credits roll. No, it has 2 stages. And the first stage is MIldred encases herself inside this chrysalis-looking thing, and this is so frustrating. Like, oh my gosh. Because, okay, the chrysalis doesn't attack at all, but there's these 2, like, floating spheres around it, and they shoot lasers at you, and they even come out and attack you, and when you get hit by one of these things, you get flung into, like, the next county. They, like, fling you up against the side of the screen. And it's just so difficult just to get a hit in. It's like you'll jump at it, you'll attack, they'll hit you back, or you start to do, like, a bunch of, like combos and you'll get hit by the laser. You have to like hit a lot and then immediately block because they're going to be attacking you. And what's weird about this battle is you don't actually have to beat it. You just have to survive. Because like if you manage to defeat the chrysalis, like bring all the HP down, then she'll transform. However, if you just survive until time runs out, then it'll have the same result anyway. So if you don't want to fight it and get yourself killed multiple times like I did, you might just want to just go into the corner and just push back to activate your shield. Because when the second battle starts, they give you your life back anyway. So at least they did that. So, yeah. It's like, if you don't want to like just get killed by this thing, just stand in the corner and shield yourself. Which I kind of have done it both ways. I have beaten it and I have let the time run out, so it's like pick your poison. So then MIldred transforms and her hair is like ridiculously long. We're talking like Radix from Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, it's like, you want to see her transform into a Super Saiyan 3 and her hair be 10 miles long? I mean, that'd be entertaining, right? And so phase 2 of the battle begins, and MIldred is just one of those relentless bosses. Like, if you do not attack her first and like keep attacking, you are gonna die. It's like, if you give her, like, just a little bit of room just to start attacking, you are basically just gone. Because her attacks take off so much damage. And she has this one special attack where she flies up into the, like, space. And it's kind of interesting because her hair serves as her wings. And she just unleashes this just barrage of all this energy. And, man, it's like, I think she once killed me with 2 hits. But it's like, you have to keep blocking. You have to, like, attack her a little bit, and if she happens to counter one of your attacks, you have to block, otherwise you are dead. Okay, so this was taking much longer than I thought it would. At this time, my sister is now calling me on the phone saying, we're all at Grandma's house, where are you? and I'm like, I gotta beat this, I gotta beat this, I am so close, and I was like, I'll be right over there. So I was then in the zone. It's like, I need to beat this boss so that I can go over and spend time with my family and eat my grandma's wilted lettuce because it is the greatest thing on the planet. Mildred, you are going down. So I went on the attack, and I just kept attacking, and trying not to give Mildred, like, any room to attack me back. And I just kept pushing further and further and further. And then finally, I was like, yeah, I beat you, Mildred Avalon. It's getting all Home Alone up in his house. It was like, keep the change, you filthy animal. But it's interesting when I think back about video games and Christmas Eve, because always my mind goes to that Christmas Eve of 2008, and it was just because the overall feel of the moment, you know, because I was sitting in my living room at the time playing that game, and like the Christmas tree was glowing. It was dark outside, so the glow of the Christmas lights outside was coming into the room, and I only had like this little lamp, so the entire room was just glowing with like Christmas, just Christmas colors everywhere. It just felt it was awesome. I had like a little candle that smelled like cookies, and it was just, the whole room felt like Christmas. And I was celebrating it by punching a blonde woman in the face. But still to this day, it's like, every Christmas Eve, I still think, this was the Christmas that I beat Mildred Avalon. I mean, then, like, months later, I went through the game, and I was like, why did I have so much trouble with this boss? But, yeah, my first time around, it was difficult, and it was quite the trying situation. Thank you for watching, and from me to you, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll see you out there.